Welcome, safety captains. We're excited to have you join us in this important role. Safety isn't just a requirement, it's a culture. By stepping into this position, you're helping create a workplace where everyone can focus on their work without worrying about their safety.
That's right. So whether you're spotting a potential safety hazard or you're working to ensure our emergency procedures are followed, this video is going to teach you everything you need to know to be successful in your role as a safety captain.
Are you ready to get started?
I sure am. Let's go.
Your most important task as a safety captain is inspection. This is your opportunity to identify hazards before they become accidents. Don't worry, it's not about being an expert, but about noticing what's off and taking action. Look for things like blocked exits, tripping hazards, exposed wiring, poor lighting, or even fire safety risks. These seem minor, but can cause serious accidents if left unchecked. You don't have to fix everything on your own, but if you spot something unsafe, then report it immediately. Or better yet, take actions where possible, whether it's cleaning up a spill or moving an obstacle. You're not just walking around checking for boxes. You're actively making the workplace safer. Your attention is crucial.
Fire extinguishers are vital. Regular checks are essential. Because you need it, you want it to work without question. Here's what to look for. First, make sure the pin is intact. Check pressure gauge and ensure it's in the green zone. Inspect the nozzle and hose for any signs of damage. And lastly, check the expiration date if it expired. It needs to be replaced. It's a simple check, but it could save a life. Don't skip it and always report any issues immediately.
An AED can mean the difference between life and death, but only if it's ready to use when you need it. That's why we do regular AED checks. First, make sure active status indicator light is green. Check to make sure the AED pads are plugged in and ready for use, that the AED itself appears to be undamaged and ready for use. You'll also want to make sure the AED isn't chirping or producing any warning notifications. And finally, to verify the AED pads have not expired. A quick check could always save a life. Make sure it's always ready to go.
Emergencies don't wait for perfect conditions, which is why having well-stocked first aid kits and go bags is critical. As a safety captain, one of your responsibilities is to make sure that these kits are complete, accessible, and up to date. That means making sure that nothing is missing, nothing is expired, and that you know where everything is. Every site must have a fully stocked first aid kit with these essential supplies. Basic wound care items such as adhesive bandages, sterile gauze pads, medical tape, and burn gel. Also, emergency care items like triangular bandages, cold packs, ace bandages, and gloves. Lastly, we have the instruments and tools such as scissors, tweezers, and safety pins. Do a quick inventory check to make sure everything is present and nothing is expired. Any missing or outdated supplies can make the difference between quick treatment and worsening the injury. Our go bags are emergency ready kits that help us handle situations like evacuations, lockdowns, or medical emergencies. Every safety captain should know exactly what's inside and where they're stored. These contents include basic first aid supplies like bandages, tape, gloves, and a CPR mask. Also, there are sanitation and protection supplies that include Lysol disinfectant wipes and disposable adult masks. Lastly, emergency response items like a flashlight, high visibility vest, and our emergency flip chart. Just like the first aid kits, go bags need regular checks to make sure all supplies are accounted for. During an emergency, you won't have time to second guess if your bag is ready. You need to know that it is.
Emergencies don't happen on a schedule. That's why preparation is everything. As a safety captain, the work you do before an emergency is just as important as how you respond during one.
That's why we start with site inspections. When you walk through your space looking for hazards, you're not just checking a box, you're preventing an accident before it happens. A blocked exit today could be a life-threatening problem tomorrow. A missing fire extinguisher can mean a fire spreads out of control.
The flip books that we provide are guides to these incidents, but all the planning in the world doesn't matter if the tools that we have aren't good to go. So the equipment checks, those for the fire extinguishers, the go bags, the first aid kits, having those done correctly can ensure the difference between a crisis being managed or turning into complete and utter chaos.
If someone has a sudden cardiac arrest and the AED isn't charged or the pads are expired, what happens? Seconds matter in that situation, and your regular checks make sure this life-saving device is ready when needed.
Same goes for fire extinguishers. If the pressure is low or the pin is missing, it could fail at a critical moment. Your job is to make sure that does not happen.
So when we talk about emergencies, and those can be things like evacuation, shelter in places, power outages, our go bags help keep people safe and comfortable. So a missing flashlight or hemostatic dressing in the moment might not seem like a big deal, but during an emergency, it can be a huge difference. So how do we respond when emergencies do happen? There are 3 key scenarios that we want to prepare you for, those being evacuations, shelter in place, and medical emergencies.
Know your exits, your gathering points, and how to guide others out safely. Don't assume people know where to go. Lead by example.
For severe weather or external threats, staying put is safest. Make sure doors are locked, windows covered, and that go bags are accessible.
AEDs, first aid kits, and knowing how to call for help fast can save a life. You're not expected to be a doctor, but you are expected to take action.
Emergency preparedness isn't just about reacting, it's about being ready. Every inspection you do, every piece of equipment you check, and every bit of knowledge you gain makes a difference when the unexpected happens.
You're not just a safety captain in title, you're the one that makes sure that our emergency response is flawless. It ultimately all starts with you.
Stay ready, stay aware, and most importantly, take action. Because when an emergency happens, what you do before it determines how we all get through it.
Safety doesn't stop at inspections. As a safety captain, your role is to stay ahead of potential risks by reporting incidents, knowing who to contact, and ensuring supplies are stocked. Incident reports are crucial. They help us track safety trends, improve our response, and prevent future issues. If something happens, an accident, a near miss, or even a hazard that could cause an issue, report it within 24 hours. Remember, be factual and stick to the 5 W's. Who was involved? What happened? Where did it happen? When did it happen? And if you can, why or how it happened. During incidents, information is important, knowing who to communicate with both during and after an incident. Your first priority, however, is to get control of the scene. You are empowered to call 911. Once it's safe and the scene allows it, go ahead and follow up with the Wayne Metro emergency line. Safety captains keep things running. By reporting incidents, staying connected, and keeping supplies stocked, we ensure everyone stays safe and ready for anything. Supply checks keep us prepared. By regularly checking our first aid kits and go bags, we ensure that we have the supplies when we need them. If you notice you have any missing, damaged, or expired products, you can send an email to safety@waynemetro.org and we'll ensure that you get those replaced.
Safety isn't just a checklist.
It's a commitment, and as a safety captain, you are on the front lines of that commitment.
Your role as a safety captain isn't just about performing inspections and making reports, it's about people. It's about making sure that our coworkers and our clients and ourselves get home safe at the end of our workday. So whether you're walking around and you are performing those inspections, or you're setting an example by wearing your badge and signing in at the site and making sure all of our exits are clear, you are doing your part to make sure that you're preventing accidents from happening. And that's a wrap on the Safety Captain training video. Thank you for everything you do every day and being a safety captain here at Wayne Metro.
And remember that small actions can lead to big impacts. Thank you.